I am the punishment of God. If you had not committed great sins, God would not have sent a punishment like me upon you. I am the flail of God. Who can stop drinking may get drunk 3 times a month. If he does it more often, he is guilty. The greatest happiness is to vanquish your enemies, to chase them before you, to rob them of their wealth, to see those dear to them bathed in tears, to clasp to your bosom their wives and daughters. An action committed in anger is an action doomed to failure. If you're afraid, don't do it. If you're doing it, don't be afraid. There is no value in anything until it is finished. To get drunk twice a month is better, once still more praiseworthy, but not to drink at all. What could be better than this? Conquering the world on horseback is easy. It is dismounting and governing that is hard. A man's greatest joy is crushing his enemies. Every man has his use, even if only to gather dried cow dung in the Gobi for fuel. How can one withdraw? Even if we die, let us challenge their boasts. Eternal heaven, you be the judge. People conquered on different sides of the lake should be ruled on different sides of the lake. It is not sufficient that I succeed, all others must fail. Come and sip from the cup of destruction. The strength of a wall is neither greater nor less than the courage of the men who defend it. Those who were adept and brave fellows I have made military commanders. Those who were quick and nimble I have made herders of horses. Those who were not adept I have given a small whip and sent to be shepherds. One arrow alone can be easily broken, but many arrows are indestructible. All who surrender will be spared. Whoever does not surrender, but opposes with struggle and dissension, shall be annihilated. Not even a mighty warrior can break a frail arrow when it is multiplied and supported by its fellows. The pleasure and joy of man lies in treading down the rebel and conquering the enemy, in tearing him up by the root, in taking from him all that he has. Violence never settles anything. It will be easy to forget your vision and purpose. One, you have fine clothes, fast horses, and beautiful women. But my life was too short to achieve the conquest of the world. That task is left for you. With heaven's aid, I have conquered for you a huge empire. As for the clothes I wear and the food I eat, I shall have the same as cowherds and grooms, and I shall treat my soldiers as brothers. Heaven grew weary of the excessive pride and luxury of China. A person is more work to break his enemies, drive them before him, and of them all is to hear the screams of those they loved. Despite all expectations, the time of my last campaign and of my passing is near. Mother Earth is broad, and her rivers and waters are numerous. I leave you the greatest empire in the world, but your preserving it depends upon your remaining always united. If discord steals in among you, all will most assuredly be lost. I am from the barbaric north. I wear the same clothing and eat the same food as the cowherds and horse herders. We make the same sacrifices, and we share our riches. In the space of 7 years, I have succeeded in accomplishing a great work and uniting the whole world in one empire. Find your chill if my body dies. Let my body die, but do not let my country die. One of the joys of travel is visiting new towns and meeting new people. As my calling is high, the obligations incumbent upon me are also heavy, and I fear that in my ruling there may be something wanting. Be of one mind and one faith, that you may conquer your enemies and lead long and happy lives. When it was wet, we bore the wet together. When it was cold, we bore the cold together. If you insult the mother who gave you your life from her heart,
If you cause her love for you to freeze up, even if you apologize to her later, the damage is done. Without the vision of a goal, a man cannot manage his own life, much less the lives of others, in going by the law, so that peace and happiness in the world are hard and fast rules. Even when a friend does something you do not like, he continues to be your friend. I wish to die at home. Let not my end disarm you, and on no account weep for me, lest the enemy be warned of my death. Remember, you have no companions but your shadow. Let there be between us a firm treaty of friendship, amity, and peace, and let traders and caravans on both sides come and go. Perhaps my children will live in stone houses and walled towns not. As long as you brothers support one another and render assistance to one another, your enemies can never gain victory over you. Just as God gave different fingers to the hand, so has he given different ways to men. I will rule them by fixed laws so that rest and happiness shall prevail in the world. With a relatively small army, it might seem that Genghis Khan's military isn't such a big threat for its neighboring countries. However, because of his clever battle tactics and a keen mind for strategy, leadership, and psychology, he became one of the most feared leaders during his time. He was brutal, but clearly a very effective leader. He had a clear goal and vision, and he had the power to influence and inspire loyalty among his subordinates. Because of this, no matter how difficult the challenges they faced, they all came through and succeeded together. It's the same thing in life. Be clear about your leadership and psychology. He became one of the most feared leaders during his time. He was brutal, but clearly a very effective leader. He had a clear goal and vision, and he had the power to influence and inspire loyalty among his subordinates. Because of this, no matter how difficult the challenges they faced, they all came through and succeeded together. It's the same thing in life. Be clear about your goals and treat the people around you with dignity and respect, because they are the ones who can help you achieve your goals. Do you think Genghis Khan was too bold and fearless? What do you think about his approach to conquer the world? Share your thoughts down below.